AST SpaceMobile is a satellite communications company founded in 2017 with headquarters in Midland, Texas. A phone with 0 bars getting full 5G from space. That is the promise on the table. Since the company's formation, it's building towards its mission, which is to eliminate dead zones. So you could say that its entire thesis is simple. Connect every smartphone, everywhere, no excuses. And the company is doing something bold. They're specifically building the world's first and only space-based broadband network that's said to connect all smartphones directly to satellites without the need for towers, antennas, or other external hardware. And I've learned that removing hardware friction is how adoption explodes. No dish, no dongle, no problem. Hi everyone, my name is Rick Orford and I am not a financial advisor. That's a good thing. I'm here to break down the numbers so retail investors like you and me can make smarter, more confident decisions with our money. Now, the question I have today is, can direct-to-phone actually hold a signal at scale in the wild? Well, at the core of AST is its flagship product, the Bluebird satellite. This technology has a massive array that measures about 2,400 square feet and is capable of delivering connectivity speeds of 120 megabits per cell. What does that mean in plain English? Well, your current smartphone could ping a satellite like it's a cell tower, right? Seamless, no hardware. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. And you all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beaten the market by almost 6 times. Go to fool.com/RickO to get your 10 stock picks right now. So you could say that if real-world speeds hold anywhere close to 120 megabits per cell, the use cases now jump from SOS texts to true mobile broadband. Speed is nice, but reliability and latency are what's going to decide whether consumers stick. Aside from that, there's also no need for you to shift telecom carriers, as AST holds a definitive commercial agreement with AT&T through 2030, a $100 million strategic partnership with Verizon, and long-term deals with companies like Vodafone. And this allows these companies to scale faster rather than building from scratch. And AST will not only solve connectivity gaps across oceans, highways, deserts, and disaster zones, but it'll be the first ever to do it, taking the market all to itself. And I've learned that when telcos pre-align, go-to-market compresses and customer acquisition costs fall. That is margin fuel. Partnerships look great on the sides, but do they translate into paid traffic on launch? Well, when I covered AST the last time, which was a week ago, it was trading around $67. 1 week later, and it's up roughly 9% at $73. But that's just the short-term story. If we zoom out a little, it's nothing short of impressive, with a 221% gain year to date, and it's also up 192% over the last 52 weeks. So the question is AST's run just luck? Or is it just a rally that's reflecting investors' confidence in the company's progress? That's something that's come up a lot in my Discord channel because a lot of you want to know. Well, in my last video, I covered the catalysts that could send the stock higher. But now, let's talk about the other side of the coin because that's just as important. Arguably, the biggest question right now is execution. Getting 45 to 60 satellites into orbit within the next 18 months, this is a big goal. Now, it may not sound like a lot, but it involves significant costs, which I'm going to explore in a little bit. Aside from funding, it needs manufacturing precision and generally a little luck. However, the flip side is, it's that with each successful launch, we have proof of concept. And that highlights that AST is closer to full commercialization. Essentially, execution is not just a risk, but it's a testament to how the company is changing the industry. And I've learned that markets pay up for operational momentum. On-time launches can re-rate a stock faster than any slide deck. So, can they do it without blowing up the budget? Next thing we got to think about is competition. We have SpaceX's Starlink, we have Amazon's Project Kuiper, and OneWeb. They all share similar goals. Still, AST's approach is fundamentally different. See, these companies rely on external equipment such as dishes and modems, whereas AST is working directly with standard smartphones. So this makes it simpler, cheaper, and easier to adopt. If it proves reliable, we could see a significant market shift, maybe more than anyone ever expected. So you could say that moat is convenience, and convenience wins when performance is good enough. And last on the list is capital intensity. Related to execution, building and launching satellites isn't exactly cheap, right? And this is unsurprising for a company that aims to create a global infrastructure. And they say that the same risk could be a great reason to invest today, turning short-term fear into long-term upside once AST's network is active. So as much as you recognize the risk, you can't deny that it also builds on momentum. So be sure to watch out for my next video where I'm going to break down AST's financials and what they really tell us, because this is a timing game, and if they fund the build, prove the unit economics, then the flywheel is going to start to spin. So with all that, is AST stock a buy? Well, a consensus among 11 analysts rate the stock a moderate buy with a high price target of $60, which has already been exceeded. So if you're waiting for the expert's opinion, we'll have to wait for Wall Street's reassessment. My take, AST probably still has a lot of room to run. Its technology is one of a kind with an existing market waiting for the company's launch. But what about you, right? What do you think about AST? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're there, if you found this video helpful, do like and subscribe. It'll help others find the video, it'll support the channel, and you won't miss out on my next deep dives. Well, folks, that's it for me today in this video. I wanted to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.